Hello and welcome to this week's Novelicious.com. It is Beat the Block with me, Cheska Reviews, and today I'm here to help you with plot and storylines. And is your book actually good enough? That's the question that we're going to be asking today. How do you know if your plot is actually decent and people are going to want to pick it up? And I think for me, the big thing is, can you summarise your plot very, very simply? So can you turn around to a person and essentially, I think they call it the lift pitch. Can you get into a lift at the bottom? Can you explain your book on the way up? And by the top, has that person got a really good idea about what your book's about and will they want to pick it up and buy it? And if you're still there going, oh, it was kind of about this girl and like she works somewhere, but I haven't really written that, but oh, there's a really funny dog, and then chapter 3 is really weird about her parents, but that's fine because they kind of go, you know, that's useless. If you can't just summarise it in 1 or 2 sentences straight and get people just slightly feeling like, oh, I like that book, I'd like to read that book, then I'm not sure that perhaps it is neat enough. So I think you need to really make sure that your plot is something you can be simple with and you can sell to someone in a pitch really, really quickly. So if someone's going, ooh, after the first 2 sentences, I think you know you're onto a winner. And it doesn't have to be kind of crazy complicated. I mean, yeah, again, to use my poor dad, I think he always kind of throws another character at it, throws another time into it. He's always trying to think, you know, let's get it really, really complicated because then, you know, it's a really good sort of read. And I think sometimes you just need to go simple, you know, simplify the whole thing. So I've got some favourites for you today. Very simple premises that have turned into awesome books, pretty much on the strength of their writing, but also that just that really simple, easy premise, summarise it in 2 sentences and you're good to go. So, a man I absolutely hero worship. It is Danny Wallace's Yes Man. Brilliant book. Do not watch the film, don't even go there. Buy this read. It's so warm and uplifting and generous and just gorgeous, and you just leave with a big smile on your face after you've read it. But the premise was very simple. You know, laying a bet, 2 guys in a pub, you can't say yes to everything. Yes, I can. You know, off you go, 100 and whatever, 1,000 words. Another very, very, very simple book. Oh, the 3rd one's out this year. Amazing. This spawned an entire generation of chick lit writers. And Bridget Jones, it was brilliant. It was a diary about a woman with all sorts of insecurities about being single, getting older, and it was extremely funny, really easy to summarise. And lastly, a little unknown one, but one I absolutely adored years ago, William Sutcliffe's Are You Experienced, which some of you will be nodding furiously to because I know that lots of you have read it. And oh, it was just brilliant. It was guy fancies girl, goes to India, and just watch as he meets all kinds of gap year stereotypes and all of that. But really, really funny. And again, really simple premise, interesting setting, interesting story, easy to get the girl. Off you go, whole book. So for me, I think you've got to generate some story ideas. You've got to get some good story ideas going. Maybe you're going to get a list down, maybe pass them by friends, maybe talk about them. How do you generate story ideas? You know, go to newspapers, watch the telly, watch documentaries, you know, see the different kind of characters you can come up with. Are they interesting in themselves? If you want to base it on a true story, great. If you want to read old classics and maybe adapt them, then you know, lots of films and books and modern day books have all been based on the old classics of all the old Shakespearean stories that have all come out in new modern day films. So there's lots and lots of ways of generating stories and then testing your plot out on people. But I would also say, you know, don't be worried about giving up something. If you feel that the story isn't strong enough and you're not really getting anywhere and you're not inspired, then don't worry, you know. Put it into a drawer, forget about it, start again. Go back to the drawing board, write out some more story ideas, see what you're reading and whether they inspire you, and voila, there you go. Hopefully you will come up with a very interesting, simple plot. You can then get into that lift and pitch it to somebody, and by the end of the lift they're like, I have to buy your book, come with me. So anyway, that's this week's top tip here at Novelicious.com. I will be here at Cheska@Novelicious.com if you want to ask me anything about the writing process. If you want help with any specific element of it, I shall try to help you. Otherwise, I'll be back in 2 weeks with another top tip.